Welcome back to City Skylines 2 in White Pine County. My name is Caesar. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I wanted to start with doing some basic stuff today. I'm nothing too complicated yet. I have something I want to do, but I want to start out with something easy. And one thing that's been bugging me for at least a while now has been this highway connection here. How sharp this turn is, and then it goes up a hill, back down a sharp hill, just to connect to the highway. And it's the most egregious thing I've ever seen in my life, and I can't believe I have allowed it to be there so long. So we're going to take care of that today. I'm going to go ahead and pause the game here while we do this. And just going to go through here and delete this road. Super simple stuff. There we go. And hopefully this will look a lot better than it currently does, because right now it's kind of really bad. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and flatten some of this land here. Make sure we have the space we need. Going to go into our highway roads. Super simple. 4-lane highway. And I have to think about how I want to do this. So we'll grab our complex road tool, our complex curve tool. That's a whole lot better than what was there. It's no weird hill, and it's not as tight around the corners anymore. The traffic can actually flow a little bit better, and hopefully that'll just help traffic flow overall. Which is, ultimately the goal when you build anything is you want to make sure you keep traffic flow going. But you're going to end up with some crazy stuff. And I want to fix this little bit of terrain that I kind of messed up here. Well, I guess not really messed up. I kind of just sharpened up, and I want to soften it back up. I think just a quick run through with the softening tool here. Super simple stuff like that. Just like that, and that's good to go. We'll leave that cliffside there. It was there to begin with the map, and I think it looks pretty good, so no reason to move it. Okay, so the next thing I want to move on to is kind of our bigger project for the day. And I want to work on this area here because it feels kind of unfinished. Just feels like I slapped a couple of buildings down and doesn't really look like I intended for it to be here. Just like temporary, unfinished, and it's nothing that I want here. So we're gonna work on it. And I played with it a little bit in between episodes, and I think I have a decent plan for what I want to do with it. Maybe. I guess we'll find out. Now, we're pretty much going to develop this area out a little bit and add, I guess we're going to play it as cheap, low-rent housing for students. But obviously, because of game physics, anybody's going to live here. But hopefully, this will attract a bigger population in this area and kind of round it out a little bit. And when playing around with it, I noticed that this wasn't able to handle the traffic very well. So what I had to do was upgrade a bunch of these roads to 6-lane roads, which isn't a problem at all. It's just something that needs to happen. And obviously right now this is set as a highway, which is completely fine. But we're going to go ahead and upgrade this to a 6-lane divided road. And it kind of fixed the issue that I was having, so I think it's kind of gonna be good. What if we do the 7-lane? No, that's just excessive for this area. Honestly, even the 6-lane is excessive, but it's kind of what worked, so we're gonna go ahead and roll with it. So we're gonna go like that just to get that first angle, and then we're gonna highlight the whole thing, and we're gonna just sharpen this over to the right a little bit. Did I say sharpen? We're gonna move that over to the right a little bit. Extend that 6-lane here. We're going to, I think that's it. Yes, because what fixed it was making this the extra lane here, and it allows this traffic to flow a little bit better, which I guess the asymmetrical roads would have done the same thing. But I think this is fine. Now, I also want to get rid of the light here. That's going to cause issues long term. Can we keep that straight? There we go. And then connect these two up. Just like that. There we go. Definitely a little bit neater when it's straighter, and I like that, so it's gonna be perfect. And I guess one thing I should do first before I do that is, I guess, out of the houses in here so I don't destroy the gridding that I kind of need for this. So the way we'll do this, we're gonna grab our low rent housing, and we're gonna highlight. It's a 2x4. We're gonna unpause while these build 2x4s all the way through here, and it's just 4 buildings. That's all we're gonna add on this side. All right, that's going to act as low rent housing for the area. And you'll see how it kind of really comes together as we keep doing this. So just a little bit of patience. So I think we're going to leave a a little bit of a gap. And I think before we do that, before we draw into this next road, we're going to go ahead and smooth this area out a little bit, just because it's a little steep on the rear side. I know, probably very unfeasible to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway, because it's a video game. And I can do whatever I want in a video game. All right, so we're going to go ahead and back this up, I think a little bit more. We can always readjust this when we're done. I just want to make sure I have enough space. So we're going to leave a 1 unit gap on either side there. We're going to stop this here. And then on this side, right, we're going to go ahead and get some commercial. And this is going to be the commercial that services this area. And it's going to be super simple buildings just like that. That'll fill in nicely, provide some local businesses, and that'll just be perfect. Obviously, there's not very much parking here, so we need to provide a little bit of parking. And I think a good way to do this is we're going to extend this road just a bit while we do this construction, okay? Just so we don't, you know, run out of space or anything like that. I think a nice, modest parking lot will do the job. Place that there, right? And then across from this, I want to have a little bit of some amenities. I guess one amenity. I want a dog park. I think a nice dog park right across the street from student living. I feel like it'd be a cool place, you know? Anybody that has pets living in a cramped apartment can bring their dog over here and just relax a little bit, and I think that'd be really cool. That's why we're doing that. All right, next thing, we got to connect this road up back to the main path here. Back to the main road here. It's the main road. It's really a local road, so now this is acting as a collector for this area, but it's okay. And we're going to go ahead and remove this snippet here just to round that out. And then we're going to just do some mild terrain work, and I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. We're going to go ahead and use our poplar trees, which is the European trees. It's right here, the poplar trees. And I guess first of all, we got to delete some of these existing trees to get them out of the way, just like that. And get some poplar trees, make sure they're the adult size, just like that. Get our line tool. I think if we do like 10 meters away from each other, I think it works a little bit. I think it works. We'll go with something like that. There we go. Brings it together, feels a little bit more detailed and less unplanned, you know, which is always the goal of what we're trying to do here. You can already see how this is going to turn out into a nice little neighborhood. Nothing crazy. I'm going kind of slow because I know traffic is going to start piling up really quickly here if we start speeding up. You can already see a lot of traffic over here. When I practiced this, or like before the build, we had a lot of traffic, and there was a lot of traffic jams here. I think taking our time is definitely the way to do this. All right, so next we obviously need a little bit more housing, and I think just some regular apartments, some medium density housing is going to be the way to do this. And if we just go 2 lots across, 2 units back, I think just like that fits the area very well, and that'll fit nicely. There we go too. So that way it's less spreads the population out a little bit, and we don't have all the housing over here. I think just putting it over here kind of works. And I think it'll look really nice when it's done forming. All right, next we're going to build a little bit of a park. We have a lot of cool empty space here. And cool empty space usually looks good with a park, right? So that's what we're going to do. And it's going to be a mix of housing and park space in here. And you'll see what I mean. But I think it's going to turn out pretty well when we're done with it. It's nothing too special, of course, but it's definitely something that I want to do. And I think it'll just add a little bit more character to the area, if that makes any sense. I'm sure it makes sense. I don't know why I'm overcomplicating it. All right, just like that. That's perfectly fine. And we're going to go ahead and grab an alleyway, just as we did before. I think we'll do the alleyway. Well, we kind of need it to be from this side, so... just like that, alleyway there, and then this will connect just to there, just like that, and that'll be that. Now next I want to go into our pathing here. I want to go into our pedestrian paths, and I want to remove any zoning from this main road here, and I want to remove any zoning from this road here, just like that. And hopefully when I remove that, it'll still be correct. Yes, it is. Okay. I guess somewhat. We'll put this one back here, and that'll be okay. And that'll work. Okay. So now we can go in here and start zoning out a little bit of this land, which is what I want to do. And I think some more low rent housing for the area kind of makes sense. We'll do 2x3s for this area. That way they're kind of even with the grid size. And we'll do a 2x3 and a 2x3 there. And then we'll do, I think, just 2x4 here in the middle, and that'll be fine. It's not going to build it because of this weird grid that we have going on here, but that'll be super simple to fix. I think it was like here. Works. We can delete this path now. Now that we have all the zoning in the area, that's all the zoning we're going to have in here, by the way. Like, that's it. And obviously you're thinking, where's the park? We're not done yet. We're going to build our own park. And obviously to actually get people here because of how the game works, you actually got to have an actual park for it to work. I think a small plaza. Oh, maybe not the small plaza. That's a little big. How do these look? I mean, they look really cool, but they're not going to fit the area. We could use a tiny city park. Is that too small though? What does a small park look like? Okay, I think we'll use a small park, and I think we'll bring another alleyway connection. I think just some oak trees always fill out an area really nicely. Helps it feel a little bit more full, and I think it just looks really good. Now we're going to speed up time here. Let this area build up and see how it turns out when it's all done. But it shouldn't be too long. All right, I let it run a couple seconds longer than I was going to, just to see how the traffic kind of balances itself out. And I don't think it's too bad. Definitely a lot of people moving in right now, but the traffic is kind of able to take care of itself for the most part, so we don't really have to worry about traffic at all right now, which is really good. It means the infrastructure upgrades we made are working. At first, this would have been completely backed up, as I tested in a previous test run of this to make sure it all works, and I'm really glad this is working out really well. But I think this really brings life to the area, and it kind of fills out the area just a little bit more, rather than just leaving it completely empty how it was before. This was all completely empty. Like, it was just hospital, fire station, or crematorium and fire station. That was it. There was nothing else here. So I think this whole area brings a little bit of likeness, and I think I'm really excited for it. Now, I want to extend a little bit of housing into this area here. And we already have a bit of infrastructure going through the back there, which I think will be really good for this. I think we just go back here, grab our alleyway, right? I'm going to turn on the anarchy because we're going to have to do some really jank stuff. Go through there. go around this and just line up. Well, can we keep this as straight as possible? Just like that. Grab our straight road tool, continue that through here to make sure zoning is all appearing on the alleyway here, and that'll be fantastic. Just like that, super simple stuff. One more connection there. Now we have all the zoning we could ever want there. Now I just go through here. I think we'll do the apartments here and not the low residential, not the low rent housing. I think that'll be better. That'll feel a little bit better. And I want to see how some of this land, I don't want to destroy the land too much by putting property here. So if we start seeing weird cliff sides like this appearing, we'll start, you know, canceling a couple of projects. And I think it'll be okay. This isn't even that bad. This was already here before, and it doesn't even like extend it really too much from this building. So I think we're going to leave that there, and I think it'll be okay. Here we have it. Super simple stuff, and I think it'll just feel really nice when it's done. Now, I want to go through here again with vegetation. Super simple stuff. Grab our poplar trees. If I can find them. Remove the American trees. Always right there. There we go. And just line this road up with poplar trees. Just like that. Super simple stuff. Super simple stuff. Super simple. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just blabbing at this point. All right. And I want to do another line of poplar trees going from here all the way through here, through this road. I think it'll look nice. Just like that. Give the area a little bit more character, and I think it'll be cool. There we have it. Yeah, I'm really digging it. I wasn't sure how I would feel about this little bit of an extension over here, but I like it. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. This road is obviously not straight. I don't even know how I ended up doing that. But I'm not going to bulldoze a bunch of houses to fix it. I think I'll just leave it and call it a day. It definitely looks a little bit off, but I think it's all right. Okay. Last little extension piece I want to do for now is I want to go in here, draw a little bit of a road. Just to here, it's going to be a bit of a cul-de-sac zone, and there's not much commercial in the area. I think adding a little bit more commercial in the area just like that will provide a bit more business and amenities to the area, and I think it'll be really good. Plus, it'll service all these public services with, you know, some commercial zone though, so they'll be able to come eat, shop, things like that, and I think it'll be really good. Yeah, this modest parking lot really filled up really quickly, which is expected. It's the only parking lot in the area. We're going to remove parking fee. There's no reason to charge parking there. There we go. Yeah, I think it's turning out really nicely. I'm kind of just looking around to see if it's going to... I want to let it run and see if traffic's going to stay smooth now that everybody's moved in. But usually you get your heaviest traffic while people are moving in. And I think everybody already moved in, so I don't think we have to worry about that. We also hit 80,000 population, which is really cool to see. Took us a while to get there. But we're 20,000 off of 100,000, so maybe next episode we'll speed run the rest of the 20,000 people. Who knows? How is our unemployment doing? That's one thing we haven't checked in a while. 8% unemployment. We definitely need more jobs. I don't think that's going to cut it. Have our weird commercial zone over here. I guess we could just add a little bit more commercial over here, or industry zone over here, and call it a day, maybe. Just look. I really don't like this place, but if it can help with our unemployment, I'll keep utilizing it for that reason. You know, I don't have to like it, but if it's getting the job done, then I'm not going to complain about it. No, I'm not going to do that. Well, I could. Maybe expand it out a little bit. I don't know. Even just a few businesses will help a lot with unemployment, so I think it'll be fine like that. And we have a little bit more space over here. We'll go just like that. Fill that in nicely. And I think here we can go fours. Just like that. More businesses will pop in. We'll get up our unemployment problem, and we'll be in a very good place. Plus, this is giant demand for industrial a lot, which will help deal with that stuff, and I think it'll be really good. We have 36 development points too, so we still have a lot of stuff to unlock anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. But we're moving in the right direction. So super cool stuff. I'm sitting here looking at a lot of this these like fire and rescue services that we haven't unlocked, and a lot of it is early warning systems for like, you know, big disasters. But I realized that we don't have disasters on, so luckily we don't have to worry about tsunamis. If not, we'd probably be in a world of hurt. We're starting to see some trash issue here, and I think it might be that just the recycling center we have over here isn't really keeping up with it anymore. Where do we have a recycling center? I know we have one somewhere. There it is. Processing speed. We definitely have the space spread. How's this one doing? This is a secondary location that we opened up. I haven't really been checking on it. It looks like it's handling it pretty well. I think it'll be okay. I think it was just some traffic or something that's causing it to slow down. We definitely have enough processing. We just might not have enough trucks. Is what that might be. We'll keep an eye on it. It's barely popping up now for the first time, which makes sense because we have a whole new neighborhood. Now they have a whole new area to service, and it could be delaying a lot of this. So maybe, is there a way to up how many trucks are working for them? Like if I go look at the budget, is it production of the services? Garbage management. Waste production is collected, stored, processed by the garbage management service. Does this give you more vehicles? Like in City Skylines 1? Or is that just for like... I don't know how that would work for this. It's at 100%. I don't want to touch anything that's at 100%. I'm just going to leave it. It's fully funded. We'll let it run for a bit and see if it becomes a bigger problem, which looks like it might be. But we do have an incineration plant, so we could always put that down eventually. I think it'll work very well. Okay. Last little piece of real estate that I'm noticing here is this. And I might want to extend into this. And I think just some regular apartment buildings would be kind of fine. So something like this. The helicopter was really loud as it passed by my ear. Luckily for you guys, when I edit it, it's a bit quieter, so you don't have to hear the loud helicopters screaming in my ear the entire time. So you guys are a little bit lucky on that side. There we go. Just like this. A little bit more apartments. Fill in this area super nicely. Yeah, we'll abuse more of the hospital's land. That's okay with me. We'll go till about there. And just like that. There we go. A bunch of more needed housing, and it'll fill in the area nicely and connect the two zones, because before it was like two separate parts of the city. And I want to connect this up a little bit, so I think doing this really brings that connection a little bit more alive, and I think that's fine. I was going to draw a connection road from here to there, but this would be the steepest road you've ever seen in your life, and I couldn't do that to myself. I would cringe so hard looking at that. That college is completely full. This college is almost full. It's about halfway. How's our university doing? We haven't looked at that since we built this thing. 900 students out of 2,500. That's pretty good. That's actually really nice. What does this do? Oh, we never built the library, huh? Oh, that's easy enough. Bam, we have a library now. How did I not build the library? I got the park in. I just never built the library, so... Okay. We have the university library now, which is... I think it helps with graduation rates, right? Huge library that stores events. Increases the student's chance of graduation. What's our dropout rate? Dropout rate is only 5%. That's not bad at all. That's really not that bad at all. Incineration plant goes down. What do these upgrades look like? Garbage truck depot. We don't need more trucks than that. Extra furnace. That just goes inside, doesn't even appear. Storage extension. These are the exterior buildings you would plug in. Extra trucks. Not even something you can see, I don't think. These are all like interior upgrades or something. Okay. Oh, this needs to be like directly connected to power. That's because this produces power, right? That's how that works. We'll keep this underground. I don't want to overcomplicate things. We'll just connect it to that substation. Now, is this gonna work now? Yeah, 50 trucks are already out and about. There we go. So we'll let this run. We have 50 trucks out, which is good because the last one only had 25 vehicles, I think. So maybe these 50 going out will be good enough to fix the traffic issues. Yeah, this is going to be heavy traffic for a while. What if we roundabout this? With a medium one. Maybe a large. I'm not afraid of destroying buildings for this, by the way. There you go. We obviously have a lot of traffic, a lot of trucks coming out here for the first time. I think it's kind of expected to have this level of traffic. What if we... I know what this is going to do if I do this. All these vehicles that want to get on the highway will instead travel through here. And it's going to cause a giant mess. So I'm going to let this just flow. There we go. Traffic already dealt with itself. I didn't even have to do anything probably. So I just want to see if this is going to actually do what it's supposed to do. All the trucks aren't even being used. Extra incineration furnace. Process it faster. Sure, we'll get all these extensions. Oh, then I'm going to put that there. Let's get rid of this one. That looks crazy. All right, now those are like storage extensions, right? So what if we just do a couple of them like right there? There we go. I know this is more cost, but I think it looks cool to make it a jumbo facility. That's kind of what I'm going for, so I think that's fine. There we go. Do I dare? I think I'm gonna dare. I wasn't going to, okay, but I think I might need to. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna put birch trees around the incineration plant. These trees would implode immediately, I think, but it's okay. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Someone just take this keyboard away from me. There we go. Look at that. This fancy looking recycling center, huh? Alright, we're gonna grab our tree brush next, okay? How do we grab our tree brush? Single tree brush. Take off anarchy. Lower this to 100. Up this to 100. There we go. Nice and hidden, huh? It doesn't do anything, but it looks a little bit better on the outside at least. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just doing stuff just to do stuff. Alright, processing speed is 650 something per month. Because now traffic can't line up here, which clears up this giant mess. They're forced to come in through the, I guess, more main area. I think it'll work. Let's give it a second and see if it clears up. Yeah, I think I see a little bit of the problem. It's definitely cleared up a lot back here, which is good. But I think the lane management here is kind of rough. So we're going to go lane connector. We're going to remove U-turns and unsafe turns. Move unsafe. This will hopefully let it flow a little better, because U-turns were stopping a lot of traffic here. I also want to test something, right? I want to test something. If we remove traffic lights here, right, and we go into here, we go to priorities, bam. If this road obviously needs to yield, and then these would be the priority turns. Okay, it looks like traffic cleared up over here completely. There's no more traffic back here. So all this traffic that was trying to go through here and do some crazy stuff, they're forced to use the main roads now, and it spreads out a lot of the traffic a lot easier, and they get rid of all the traffic. And now we're good. Now we have no more traffic. Might be having a little bit of a death wave. There's a lot of ambulances and people dying. Or it's just the end of our city. Who knows? Are we still making money, though? Yeah, we are. Okay. That's all that matters right now. If we have money, we can fix anything, right? So, how is this hospital not keeping up? Like, come on. Only using 18 vehicles, 16 vehicles, with less and less vehicles every single time, right? There's a lot and they're all returning, too. So, they have a lot of vehicles in storage that they could be using. So, traffic was solved, so all the ambulance problems are gone now. What's wrong with the hearses? Are we low on hearses or something? We have only 15 hearses. All right, we'll add another hearse extension here. We'll use anarchy. There we go. And we'll extend this area. Oh, I'm going to do that aggressively. And just flatten that out a little bit. Can we get... Sure, a nice cliff looks good there, huh? Fantastic with me. I don't care. Okay, but now we have more hearses, so is this going to solve the issue now with the lack of hearses? Wow, everybody's dying. We have to be having some sort of a death way, right? There's no way everything just decided to die out of nowhere. This might be one of those let it blow and see if it fixes itself type of moments, but I'm not too sure. I still want to know why this isn't being taken care of with the trash. How is our incinerator doing? Incineration plant doing? And they're doing fine. They have 41 vehicles in use now. Wow, okay. Not what I expected. We'll let a garbage truck depot. Let's get more vehicles in there available just in case. 42 being used. Yeah, okay. They're about to hit that 50 pretty soon, actually, so very good that we got that extension, and that'll be provide more vehicles for them to actually come get the trash, and hopefully it'll fix the issue. Hopefully. We'll find out. It looks like there's no heavy traffic problems, though, not that I can see. The traffic for the most part is flowing, which is really good. Means all the stuff we did here today didn't destroy the whole city, which is obviously a plus. But I think we're in a good place to stop. We did a lot of cool stuff today. I'm super excited. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Consider becoming a channel member and join the Discord in the description below. Until next time, have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.